and he is trying to not follow anything else. The Quran commands him to
To follow the
obey
Messiah.
Allah, obey the Prophet, and obey the guardians, your
Right,
guardians.
right. That's
So
what I wanted to clarify to
he
him.
is a kafir, zindiq, murtad. And if he lives in Saudi Arabia and he was saying what he is saying right now, he gonna lose his head. He gonna lose his life because he is an apostate, and apostasy law will be applied to him. That's why I told him since the beginning that I am an atheist, Sunni Salafi.
Lone Rider, do you actually believe in something, or are you just trolling?
No, I am an atheist, agnostic.
What
I
does
don't believe
Zindiq
in
mean?
anything.
Lord, what does Zindiq mean again?
Salafi is far from Islam. Boris, you have a very wrong picture about Islam. When we are talking about the Salaf, we are talking about the Sahaba. Zindiq,
Yeah.
bastard, a-hole, depends.
Yeah.
Okay, you insulted Anna. Bye bye, Boris. Let's
Okay,
take
so
the pen.
Scotia Kelly. What's that mean?
I mean, for me, I just don't see any sense of any form of religion. To be quite honest, I think particularly as a black woman to join Islam for me, it would be I'll be setting myself up for failure, for disaster. I think most Muslims
Yes,
are because every single Muslim is going to hell. We read a verse and the hadith was crazy. Like apparently they're all gonna stay there and Allah's gonna fish every single one of them out, and the only thing that will remain is that black mark on your head. You know, a lot of them get the hyperpigmentation from that praying a lot 5 times a day. So it's just madness to me because yeah, everybody's going to hell in another man's religion.
What does
So
Kelby
me,
mean again?
I'm going to all of them.
What does Kelby?
I need a white bikini because I like it when I go really really dark in the summer and I've got like a white bikini.
Oh my god. Lord, what does Kel mean again? Kelby. I forgot. I
Kelb,
can't see. Yeah, yeah, Kelb.
D-O-G.
Huh?
D-O-G, dog.
D-O. Call me a dog?
Yeah, he called you a dog. That's why I muted him. Miss Jibola, I really want to stay for long, but I don't think that my brain cells can take any more
Yeah, me and
abuse.
Lord.
Guys
Yeah,
have
me
been
and
absolutely fantastic. So have I, to be honest. It's like it's almost 3 a.m. here. It's
oh, so
late.
Yeah, it's
Bola,
yeah.
you had to sleep. But Bola, I
Yeah,
love
but
because
guess what? I'm
you.
off like for the next couple of days. No Josiah, he's not here. So I'm sleeping for the next 24 hours. As we speak right now, I'm spreading my yash. It's wide open, it's on the bed.
Oh
We're
my god.
checking. Oh my goodness.
Have you
But
been
Bola,
How
online
you
I
for the
guys doing?
past
wait.
13
Bola,
hours?
Huh? What did you say?
Were you online for the past 13 hours?
Let's see how long I've been on today. About 5, almost 6 hours. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
because when I was going to work in the morning, it was on, and I went and came back. That was like 8 o'clock, 7 something to 8 in the morning. And
My
now
long
it's 9.
my longest live Amadou was 16 hours ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but do you know what? It gets juicy. There's so much. Hey Seb, thank you for the gift. Thank you. Look, there's a lot to talk about because I want my people to be free from this. Like, look, I think there's a lot more to speak about. For me, particularly, I don't think this religion is particularly for African people, non-Arabic people, I would say, because
Good.
of how the
Amen.
language. Oh yeah, of how the way the language was. It was revealed for a particular set of people, and when you look at all the black characters, they're either slaves. The prophets either calling them Satan, the prophets calling them a sign of a disease. That it's just, yeah. I mean, that's why I challenge people. Like, let's see the difference. Let's see what go on.
Funny because Bola, like, I'm not even joking you. Literally, after the Rashidun Caliphate got after Ali was gone and all of that, we had the Umayyad Caliphate, right? And they were literally known for being racist to non-Arabs, and that led to their demise. and the Abbasid to come back and rule. So yeah, Islam's been Arab exclusive only since forever.
Yeah, I mean, because as an African girl that I am, I know my tribe had their own gods. Although I don't subscribe to whatsoever gods, because I count them all as mythology, whether it's traditional gods or Gun, Shango. But like I said, the only difference is that a Yoruba person can't go to an Igbo person and say, "Accept my God," and that's why Islam and Christianity is one of the big boys now, because they spread
Yeah.
it with a sword. They did not
I
start
got a
with a sword.
question.
What
I
is
got
Yeah.
a
it?
question. Bola, so as an African, as a Nigerian, as a Yoruba woman, why do you choose to speak more on Islam than Christianity?
To be honest, I wouldn't say I speak more on Islam because I've been on this program for going 2 years, and for most of that time, I spent a lot of time on Christianity. It just depends on when you came across my channel. Actually, I knew nothing about Islam until I started to read up about it. So, one thing is that Islam is still the only religion nowadays that calls for the your life if you leave, and like I said, it depends on where you live. When you look at it, secular law tends to override Allah's law and Sharia law. You understand? And it looks like that's what's protecting a lot of people. But with some other people, it's this particular Sharia law. For example, we've got states in Nigeria that are what's it called, operating under Sharia law. Under these laws, we know what can happen. Secondly, I think a lot of Muslims not Muslims. I think Islam projects like an objective, and the objective is to simply take over. And I think once Islam starts to grow above a certain percent of your nation, then people do have to be worried. Because I'm sorry, there are some, whether you like it or not, there are some very, very uncomfortable verses in the Quran. I think it can inspire fanaticism. And, when you look at the people fighting, all these people for the name of Allah, I can't even say they're wrong or right because I can find like messages like that in their Quran. So there are many, many reasons. That's the truth. So, but if you were here from the beginning, it's almost been 2 years, then you would know what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah, even
I
I.
And
think
I'd like
there.
to answer your question, Amadou. This is actually my background when I open the live. This is what I discuss: is why should I believe in God again? And pretty much, I have more Christians than Muslims. And you know what? The Christians
Mhm.
asking me the exact same question that you just asked. Why you talk about Christianity and not other religions?
Plus, I also, me in
What,
general,
what
I'm
what is the first
really,
thing? What does that symbol mean? I
bro.
It's
want to stop
the
with you.
science symbol or atheism symbol.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Plus,
Anyway,
me,
that's the last
I'm
point
I,
I want to add. Miss Jibola, thank you for having me. I'm gonna go now. Sweet dreams,
same
everyone.
to
Thank you, man.
Mr.
Thank
Answer.
you. I just
Yeah,
want
I'll see
everyone to
you.
round up because I need to go as well. It's almost like 3 a.m. I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
rounding up.
I'll last talk like CNC. I
Yeah.
talk about Islam a lot because like I'm literally a Southeast Asian Muslim, was ex-Muslim in a Muslim country. I could literally get jailed if I was caught being a murtad, or if I could, or potentially even on a line if I'm transported into another state. So I don't know why I should not be able to talk about this. I mean, like in my country, child marriage exists, murtad laws exist, all these exist. Why should I stop talking about it? Like, come on. I don't
right.
care that Islam is growing in the West. You can have the West. Leave my people alone.
I mean, the reason I asked is because I lived amongst Muslim people while I lived in Nigeria. I actually went to school in Federal Government College, Wukari in Gongola State. But I tend to find that people who believe in Islam tend to be more mean people, more people who are stricken by poverty, right? I mean, that's all I saw, and it wasn't a good experience from the age of
Well, yeah,
12 to
because religion
16.
religion is inherently the copium for the masses. Like they're gonna use this to bring hope in their lives, even in cases of poverty. That doesn't justify putting it into law, because that's
Of
honestly the
course,
most That's the issue here.
Let me just read a typical comment in the comment section. Not all Muslim men, but when we're having this conversation, they like to jump into sex. For example, I posted what a Muslim guy sent me on my DP. Another one just said, "No one will grape you. Don't worry. Just submit, and Allah will protect you." Like, what does this conversation have to do with grape? Why is it always sexual stuff with the Muslim men that do type this sort of messages in? You see, this is where my mentality, my not my mentality, this is where some of my arguments come from. Like, you objectify and sexualize me so much as a woman. It's almost kind of scary. Like, how did grape come into your mind just like this?
Not only
Astaghfirullah.
that, the fact that he had the audacity to say, I sound like a man, okay? The fuck? Like, because this is
Like
the
for
thing. These are the issue with Muslim men. This is the thing. When you make a specific sex a charge above us, then they're gonna normalize these types of supremacist ideology. Like, no one's gonna grape you. You sound like a man at
That's
this point.
creepy as fuck.
It's
Ugh.
this is
um
actually deranged
so
behavior.
I was gonna add that it's crazy that to worship a god is one thing, right? The need to believe in something other than yourself and your people. But if one of the benefits of believing in Islam, one of the major benefits that I see is that you're gonna go to Jahannam or whatever they call it, heaven, and one of your major rewards
One second, Bola.
is
I'm gonna go now. I love being on your panels. I hope I could get to come up more.
Thank you, Anna. I'll see you later. You talk about Islam every day, people are still converting. That's not my point. Why did you bring grape into this? Is that what goes through your mind? Are you planning it? Are you a potential grapist? Should we worry?
right,
Because you're
right,
sick,
right.
bruv. You're absolutely
And well,
sick in your mind.
I was gonna add to that and saying that, man, if one of your major rewards is the fact that you're gonna get free women, then that's kind of sad that you will worship a god and one of your major benefits is that you're going to have 72 virgins. I mean, there are men on earth who and women on earth who get that. Like they go around and be with all kinds of people. I mean, how can that be? The reward for worshiping how can that even be one of the rewards for worshiping a god? It's something that you can accomplish here on earth. That sounds ridiculous
I
to me.
mean, even alcohol is possible up there, and they're not supposed to
Oh
drink
well.
alcohol here. But apparently, that alcohol you won't get drunk. Like, make it make sense. Everything that's your heaven consists of is right here on earth. So, what exactly are you looking for? Knocking them 72 houris every day? Like, what's Allah gonna be doing? Sat there watching? Like, wake up! You can tell that this was clearly somebody that had an army of men like pum pum. We get it. It's pum pum heaven. Pum pum galore. It's okay. Pum pum's good. I like Bola too, but like, let's be for real. After you die, then you get all this. And there's a Quran verse that talks about like all these orphan boys that are going to be serving you. Ugh.
Whoa.
Like, go and read that verse. I read the tafsir to that verse just to understand it further. It was just so disturbing. Some
What
of these
verse?
young boys are going to be beautiful. They're going to be serving you. Serving you what? Let me get that verse up quickly. I think I've got it here. One
Milk
second.
and honey.
They'll be serving you. Let me check it. Jahannam forever. Look, your fear tactic. Look, for somebody that left Christianity, I wasn't just gonna jump into another mythology because it's been 9 years of my life. I've left the. You see that fear of afterlife. Da, da, da. I don't dream that. 9 years, I am free from religious shackles. So your death threats and your Jahannam, it doesn't. It's like telling me there's a cookie monster under my bed. That's how I take it. So it doesn't
Bula,
work over here.
were you a Christian or a Muslim?
I
If
was
you
a
don't mind me asking.
Christian. I was a
Okay.
Christian. Yeah, it talks about young boys who don't bleed. Like, bleed from where? The fuck? Ugh.
Yeah.
for that, you live a much more fulfilled life than otherwise.
I disagree.
And you believe that?
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Because you know what? I've actually met people, right? Human beings who are actually better people, better human beings than Christians and Muslims. I've actually
I mean,
met,
if
and
you check the prison system, it's full of religious people the most. So I don't
right.
really see what difference it is. Yeah. Because if you
I mean,
claim you stand different and it makes this, it makes that happen, then we shouldn't be seeing what, we should be able to see an example. You've got this mark of Allah on you. Show what one. You've got this mark of Jesus on you. Show what's up. If you're doing exactly what a kuffar is doing, then what's the effing difference? Or are
But
you just simply worried about an afterlife? Are you scared of dying? I get where the indoctrination comes from. There's no life after death. There's no proof of it anyway. All your proofs are in a religious book. And guess what? You're not the only religion that boasts or brags of an afterlife. Many, many
right.
religions do. Does that mean it's true? No.
But but
but
but but
you're
but but,
saying
but
that there's
Bola,
no
but
proof.
hold on, guy, real quick. But Bola, why is it that whenever the Muslim God Allah and the Christian God, whenever their people get into conflict, 98 to 99% of the time, the Christians are whooping their ass. Like why is that always the case? Like it seems like the Muslim God has no power. I mean, look at Israel. You know, look at any war. Look at Afghanistan. Look at wherever Saddam Hussein was. Look at Bin Laden. They've always been defeated. Why is
Um,
that the case? Is it that Allah does not care about His own people, or He just waits for them to go to heaven, and that's when He gives them their pleasures?
can I ask you something, CNC? Do you Why do you think those wars are like? What do you think? It's not a war between Muslims.
Guys, it's too sensitive. They will take this live stream down if we
Oh,
get into
sorry,
that
sorry,
aspect. Yeah.
sorry.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to maybe
It,
try and code that another day. But yeah, they will take
but like,
all this. They don't like these sort of particular topics, to be honest.
I hear you. I hear you. Hey, thank you for letting me back up. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm always, you say a lot of things that I have questions about, like, what is that? What does that mean? But it's just interesting, man. I know it's late and you've been up here for a minute, so whenever
Yeah.
you're ready to shut down, I'm good.
Yeah, Amadou. I mean, did you want to say thank you, CNC? Did you want to say something before we round up?
No, no, no. I think it's late, so you you've been here since morning.
I need my beauty sleep because me, I don't require on God's for anything. I'm somebody, whether I'm gonna wake up in the morning or not, who cares? Like it is what it is. I ain't worried about no judgment day or nothing. I'm gonna sleep. If I wake up, we wake up. If we don't, we don't. It is what it is. When I was in Christianity, I used to think having that God, like nothing could really harm me. But when you start coming out of it, you realize there's no difference between you and a unbeliever. Whatever happens to them, we see Muslims unalive, they get an accident. There's no protection really anywhere. If it's your time, it's your time. Sorry, can you not say God bless me in the comment section? I don't appreciate that. Stop forcing your beliefs on me. I've already stated that I don't believe in your God, so let's not do that. That it shows that you're holding a superiority complex. I don't like pineapple on my pizza. Don't put it on my pizza, please, respectfully. So yes, guys,
Yeah.
it's okay. 2-4. I'll take a break. I'll be back tomorrow, honey. Mwah. Amadou, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
up. Yeah, it's my weekend off, so I'll probably come live later on when I wake up. I need my beauty sleep, I've got to go to the gym tomorrow and look after my health. Cause yeah, it's all about now, baby.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. You too.
Have a good night. So, guys, remember that you don't need gods for anything. Gods. Okay, I'm gonna mute you now because I asked you respectfully not to wish your God on me, so I should be able to mute you for the entire life. So, guys, remember that you don't need gods for absolutely anything. Gods are a figment of imagination, and when you think about it, most of these gods speak in the books. Since the prophet died, no more revelations. The Bible or the miracles has also stopped happening. All these talking donkeys and flying horses can be found inside of a book. You try to look at the aspects of creation, doesn't match with reality. You know, they talk about this life after death, no proof of it, because until you've been dead and you come back and tell me, well, go on and you can show us, then yes, we'll believe it. But these are simply just fear tactics. And guess what? Over here, they don't work anymore. We've graduated. You know when you grow out of Father Christmas or the monster underneath your bed. That's what it is. So all this religion and all these books are for, like, I would say, oversized toddlers. It's for grown adults, baby, toddler adults. I don't know how you want to say it. You know, there are times where we have to grow out of these things, and the time is now. Focus on your life, enjoy yourself, don't be held down by religion. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody have a wonderful sleep. The Bola mechanic is signing.